Hello, welcome to this level up episode. This is episode... I don't even know. But this is our level 4 level up episode. Our PCs have hit level 4 right before they head into danger on Golta. So we're going to check in with them and see what upgrades they took as they prepare to go into the belly of the beast here.
Ooh, doggy.
We're just going to go around the horn and see what everybody took. We'll start with Ukko.
Okay. For level 4, let's see here. Ukko got 11 stamina points, 4 hit points, and a new resolve point. One whole shiny resolve point.
Wow.
And that's it. No, he also got the close combat feat. And what that means is when I'm adjacent to an enemy and I hit him, I have a +2 AC to anyone non-adjacent that attacks me. So basically, ranged attacks now are harder to hit me when I'm fighting someone in melee.
Cool.
I think it's just singular, so it's just combat foot.
I hate you.
Okay. Anything else, Ukko?
Not that I can remember. Just a couple of points into some skills that honestly, it's not a lot of points and it doesn't make that much a difference. Not for Ukko.
You do have some new gear.
Yeah.
You got some new armor.
Yeah, I do.
As well as a force field armor upgrade, which gives you some like temporary health.
Yeah, I get +1 HP per round for 10 rounds. So it's a little bubble that gives me one little hit point. And I can turn it on and off so I can use it as needed.
Yeah, so you got a little tiny bit of damage absorption.
Just a little something that could help, and it keeps out liquids, so, you know, if I ever have to dive into sewage or something, bam, 1 whole minute of none of that.
Yeah, if you ever need to do a dive roll through some nasty sewage water when you're fighting some bugs.
Or, you know, like, how do I escape this prison planet? The sewers. A dragon can fit in those. Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. All right. Cool. So that's Ukko. Let's move on to the next person. Let's jump to Mishka now.
Me?
Mishka.
So, for this level, I got a few things. Nothing super crazy, but I guess we'll see. But I did get Debilitating Trick. That will allow me to hit enemies with a trick attack, and I can add either flat-footed or off-target until the beginning of my next turn. So that means allies can take advantage of it, not just Mishka. So that should be fun.
Ooh.
And on top of that, there's lots of cool operative abilities. I forget what they're called.
Exploits.
The exploits, thank you. But yeah, there's a lot of cool ones. And I don't know, there's some that I just feel like would be too min-maxy to take, which would probably be good for actually being useful. But I don't know, I felt like flavor-wise, they didn't really fit Mishka. I feel like he's more of a survivor rather than like, you know, a super damagey rogue type. So I took Inoculation as the operative exploit, which will gives him resistance to chemical and biological weapons, toxins, and pathogens. So my operative bonus gets added to fortitude saves against poison and disease. It's a very, conditional thing, but I don't know. I felt like that one was appropriate.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. And on top of that, I took a bunch of skill points because operatives live that skill point life. But I put points into all the things I think he's good at. So engineering, athletics, acrobatics, stealth, sleight of hand, piloting, all that fun stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got new armor. The graphite carbon skin armor.
And we've seen Mishka walking around in that sexy skin-tight armor already.
Oh, yeah, baby.
His little poof balls coming out.
And it has an upgrade slot, so I'm going to put the jump jets into that bad boy.
So Ukko can fly, and you can jump, like 30 feet or something like that?
Something nuts.
You get a nice bonus to your jump either way. So that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, nice. Let's move on from you and see what Navessah took for level 4.
Alrighty. So, Navessah got some hit points and stamina points, but she doesn't really use those, so we won't talk about those. Anyone who's been watching the shopping episodes might have noticed that Navessah has started to pick up spell gems, and anyone who knows the rules knows that probably that envoys can't use spell gems. But this is an intentional plan because I get an envoy improvisation at this level, and I went with spell gem understanding.
Okay.
What that does for me is it lets me use spell gems as if I were a spellcaster. So for the purposes of that with spell gems, I can treat any mystic, technomancer, or witch warper spells as spells that are from my spell list, and I get to use my charisma as my key ability for those effects.
Ooh,
and
that's nice that you get to use your charisma.
yeah, and the effective caster level for any of the spells I use from the spell gems is equal to my envoy level.
Okay, nice. That will definitely be useful since you got those spell gems of disguise self.
Yeah. And I get 11 skill points, which I decided were all going to be geared towards what might be useful in this upcoming infiltration mission.
Mm-hmm.
So I maxed out her bluff, I maxed out her computer,
Okay.
and I finally took another point in culture, so she actually knows Aslanti now.
Huzzah!
That was a big whoopsie at last level to not put a rank in that.
Yeah, that's an important thing as you guys infiltrate this Aslanti prison.
What?
No.
Further maxed out her diplomacy, gave her max ranks in intimidation in case I need to try and, use my words to frighten someone. Pretty much trying to avoid combat at all costs, and that's just kind of keeping my sense motive and my stealth up as well, so.
Oh boy. I'm excited for seeing how these new skills and abilities and languages all play out in the prison, because that's going to be very interesting to see. I'm excited.
It's gonna go perfectly, and it's gonna be very boring because nothing's gonna fail.
Yeah, don't even bother watching the episode. It'll be boring as hell.
just skip it.
We're just gonna go super smooth. We're just gonna be in and out. Nothing exciting.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Probably
sure.
won't even record.
All right, cool. So then the last thing,
Sundering Eclipse.
yeah, we forgot to mention the Sundering Eclipse Tier 3 upgrades, which may be because the Tier 3 upgrade happened after the level up episode. I'm not really sure. I don't remember very well at this point, but in any case, we never talked about what happened with Tier 3 for the Sundering Eclipse, and now the Sundering Eclipse is actually Tier 4, so we're just going to have Mishka tell us a little bit about the upgrades that the Sundering Eclipse has had over the last couple of, weeks, months, however long it's been.
So one of the things I did for sure was upgraded the hell out of the power core, because we need power in order to, power all the new stuff. So I got a pulse red power core now. So we have 175 power, baby. And on top of that, we also got a Mark II duo node computer now.
Ooh, a better computer.
So now, whenever we use the computer on our turns, we get +2 instead of +1. And we can do that twice per round.
Nice.
Whoa.
So that means Navessah and Ukko can both use the computers to get +2s for their skills.
Right.
So that'll be super, super handy. On top of that, I upgraded our sensors because we just had crappy short range basic, but I think it was just the budget short range sensors,
Yeah.
which are not very great. So I upgraded us to the budget long range sensors.
Okay.
So now Navessah can scan stuff from hecka far away.
Nice.
The thrusters are still the same.
Same speed and maneuverability. Okay.
But I did upgrade our shields. So I got the light shields 80. I think we just had 60 before or something like that.
Yep.
So that means we have 20 shields on each side, which will be good for survivability. I guess also on top of that, because we went to level 4, we got 5 more hull points for the ship. So yay,
nice.
even more survivability.
Okay.
We thick.
We thick, baby.
The ship grew up and got thicker.
Cooper's a growing boy. We gave him lots of milk.
Ew, shearing milk.
Nasties.
And so I also upgraded our armor, because we had, I think, just Mark 1 armor before or something.
Probably.
It was not very good. So now we have Mark 4.
Mark 4?
Yeah.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
I didn't know you could afford that. Okay, cool.
And on top of that, we also have Mark 5 defenses.
Okay.
So it should be harder for us to get targeted by missiles and stuff. Yeah, so our AC is up, and our TL target lock is up too.
Cool.
Yeah. And then I got 2 anti-hacking system upgrades.
Okay.
So that'll improve our defenses against people trying to hack into our ship. So,
But what if they're already in our ship, Cooper?
well, then we use our hacking system, which is Ukko, because he hacks stuff down. But yeah, so that'll increase the DC to hack stuff in our ship by 2.
Okay. Cool.
And we switched around some of the weapons so that way we can deal with things easier. We moved the torpedo launcher to the forward of the ship. So that way, if we're chasing stuff, Mishka can shoot them down while Ukko can use the coil gun on the turret.
Yeah, that makes sense because the torpedoes have a ammo limit of 5. You only have 5 torpedoes maximum, whereas the coil gun basically has infinite ammo as long as the ship has power.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense because you wouldn't want to have the missiles on the turret and then run out of them, and then the turret is just useless, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, Talmran.
I think the last upgrade for the ship that I just noticed that I took a little bit before we recorded this was we had escape pods on the ship, but after reading through the description of the lifeboats, I realized that escape pods do not hold large creatures. So that would have been a problem if Ukko had to escape the ship because he's large and would not fit in the escape pods.
Just go out without me. I'll write it down.
So I upgraded the escape pods to lifeboats, which can fit either 2 medium creatures or 1 large creature. And the lifeboat upgrades comes with 2 lifeboats. So that means Navessah and Mishka can escape in one and Ukko can escape in the other.
Thanks, team.
And hopefully you guys stay close together.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, at least Ukko gets to escape now, right?
Yeah.
That's what matters most.
Yeah, that would have been bad to find out in the moment.
Very bad.
Because, okay, bye. I got this. You guys just go ahead. I'll hop on. I'll hold my breath. It'll be fine.
So that was a lot of info, but that's pretty much it now.
Perfect, then. I think that does it for this level up episode. We have our big, exciting prison infiltration coming up, so be sure to check that episode out when it comes out. But until then, take care and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
If you liked that episode, please consider becoming a channel member. You'll help us make the show, and in return you'll get bonus content like deleted scenes and commentary for every episode, and mailbags where we answer your questions, and even exclusive live streams if you want them. So if you can, please click that join button below and help support the show. Thanks. See you next episode.